Shitcocks, man. Welcome. This is the Punkery Show here in the worst city in the world, Las Venturas. I'm telling you, man, this is the... Every time I come into this channel, like, my head just falls off my head. You know, that didn't make any sense, but like, that's exactly what I mean. Anyway, so, to start off this thing, okay, a birdie has an idea, you feel me? About events. Now, obviously, if anyone knows me, I could give a half snitz about events. And shout out to Sigma 1, or as Lucas would say, Sugma 1, on Las Venturas right now. He's doing a tug event in the Las Venturas Bandit Stadium in Redson's West right now. So if you want to go over there and check it out, go there. Just don't be an asshat. You know, everybody's having fun. They just started the race right now. Good luck to all the fags in the tug race. But you know, and it's become a meme as of late that the CNR. Excuse me for the Windows sound. I can't stop that. But that the CNR player count has just gone into the toilet. Okay. And for what reason? Who knows? It could be the server being dated, it could be the cheaters, it could be lag comp, or whatever it may be. But there are times during events, namely, remember the DM Stadium tournament event that was hosted by professional clout chaser Crazy Driver a few months ago. Whenever there are these planned events like that, there are many players that come out. In fact, the one in 2017, I think the Las Venturas peak was about 150 people. So that's probably the last time the server even got that much people. Shout out to Trop and Angel 12 right now, who are stuck in some door here in the Las Venturas Bandit Stadium. But you know, if we could band some admins together, you know, all the admins who are good at objects, that are good at making events, the Sigmas, the Ghost Hunters, the Typhoid Marys, the Pac-Mans. Too bad Pac-Man is gone. Rip in peace to him. He was a good guy. But if we could get all of those admins together to form one big, huge event, so that, you know, we don't have the same thing that happened in 2016, which was me trying to handle an event with 50 Las Venturas fags with a transparent cage, which people could shoot into and interrupt the tournament. On that day, I'm pretty sure about 15 people got disabled and 7 people got banned, so GG. But, you know, listen, and I might tell someone to have a more extensive idea about this, because like I said, my use in an event is more of being either a recorder or an enforcer, not a developer, okay? You know what I mean? But, you know, for those guys like Sigma 1, Sugma 1, Sigam 1 that can, you know, do all of it at once, you know, power to you, bro. I don't know what the word is, but you know,
you don't
GG.
have the patience.
I don't have the
That's
patience. No, I don't have the patience. No, I mean, you should have seen it in 2017. It was terrible. Like, it took about an hour for me to even try to make the fucking arena. 2 months ago, I make the arena. People are mad, but I mean, obviously, I should have, you know, picked a better arena. The arena was bland. Well, listen, like, you know, I'll come to your events. You feel me? I'll get up early to play CNR and all this snit, but as a supportive guy, thank God Neophyte helped me during that event, because if that didn't happen, we would have had some snit. So GG to Neophyte. But yeah, you know, events, as far as ways to increase the player count, you could turn off lag comp. You know,
Don't throw the bone to people. Don't do that.
I mean,
I
I
just see
don't
like incoming threads now. Like next week, there's gonna be like come back, like some
know. Lag
sort of
shot back.
internet,
Lag shot back.
some sort of like internet hole.
So it's possible. Bring Black Shark back, please, please.
Please bring lag shot back. So you do lag shot back, or more
I
events. Please, we need more stuff, more fun stuff to do. You know, than regular gameplay. I mean,
I wanted to apologize to listeners as well because my voice is a little bit
congested.
off this week. Yeah, I
Congested.
mean, I got ill and I'm completely screwed pretty much, and everything hurts and stuff. I think the main reason is that I was playing Last Venturas a little bit too much lately, and all that dust from the
All the sand
from
on the
the
dust. Yeah.
yeah,
Just got in your
got
throat, huh?
congested breath.
Just like congested.
No, but speaking of the events and stuff, honestly, like I had some more time lately to play CNR, and I would have not even known that there's event on the biggest and the most populated city, which is actually Las Venturas.
Yeah.
It's just so it happened that some of the friends, I know, messed up Smiley, Cyber, I think even got teleported there, and I got teleported as a package. I don't know, like
Owned.
4 people at once,
Oh,
and I didn't even know there's event going on. So I don't know. Maybe it should be advertised a little bit more instead of Metal Face writing general bullshit on the main screen. I don't even know what's going on in his head, or if he's high as fuck or something. But instead of that useless chat, maybe we should have like hi guys, events going on. I don't know, something like that, you know, because even I didn't know that it's going on, and I just know now from the forum. But not everyone reads forums, of course. Only when there's need to be a complaint submitted. But yeah, I do agree that events are fun and stuff, but the problem is just the problem are people. I don't know if it was always like that, or just because we're getting older and stuff, we notice the general assholes around the events more. I just remember that a few days ago there was one of those races that Sigma did in that stadium, and I think it was like 5 or 6 people participating, and out of those 6 people, I don't know how you have to be so thick to not understand that you're given a motorbike for some reason you will like drive the course that Sigma has created. I don't know what the other reason of the race could be other than to race. And there were
Yes.
people literally standing on the starting line and not doing anything, not moving, or just like, I don't even know what was going on. Like, and I kid you not, and I don't want to be stereotypical, but 2 of those peoples were bracket PH bracket, closing bracket. So, like, guys, if you want to attend events, please do be there when it's going on. Don't like just AFK in between the race and stuff. It has no point. If you don't want to actually do it, don't do it. You can come there and spectate. There were lots of people spectating, but the part of the fun is that there's actually some competition going on, because if you have 6 people racing and 3 of those people just AFK in the middle of the race, there's not much point in the race, at least in my opinion.
Well, I guess the people who were standing at the starting line, you know, when people race, right, and you have the, women that are at the starting line with the flag and shit, and they.
I was given a flag by Tablespoon, right? Okay, so I had like a green and the red flag, and I wanted to do go animation, you know?
Yeah,
And
that,
I think Domi Sigma just teleported me away. He's like, no one allowed in the racetrack area or whatever. And that was like my sole purpose of being there.
I mean, you could have raced. You could have raced though.
I didn't want to ruin the event for everyone.
What? Because hippos can't drive?
Yeah, hippos can't drive.
That's too
They
bad.
look damn cute when they're leaning out of the window, you know? like the hippo, whatever this texture, whatever it is, when it leans out of the window like sideways, like the ears are so cute. I don't know if you probably never been a hippo, so you don't know.
No, I looked at the screenshot for about 5 seconds and just saw hippo and the message on the screen, so I didn't notice the ears at all, no.
See how much happiness you can give to a random person just by attaching random object to them. Speaking of which, I actually do think it's a nice thing for admins to do. I think I don't know, like it's little like detail or whatever that encourages people to play, and maybe it should be given out a bit like little encouragement, or like, you know, to good players, like admins actually noticing they're doing good job or whatever.
Yes.
They give them out object or whatever, you know. But not like to everyone just begging on the chat, you know, because what's
Please
the point?
give Siren. Give Siren, please.
Give Siren. So yeah, like if you're a good cop, if you're not shooting yellows, if you're not DMing other cops, shooting at them, at their cars, when you don't get necessarily the car you want, you know, at the spawn, and maybe yeah, you could be given an object. At least I think it's like little encouragement. But what we've seen today on San Fierro, actually a guy just literally harassing Tyvid Mary for some object and PMing her insults, and then even using complaint section for insults. Seriously, man, it's just an object, and I think if she didn't like your approach the first few times, you know, maybe you should rethink your approach or whatever.
Well,
It's not gonna happen, in other words.
That's what happens when you're the big, tough guy that, you know, wants to be the one to talk snit to an admin like, yeah, I'm that guy. Bow down to me. I'm not a bitch. I can call admin a bitch and get praise for it. Well, the only praise you're gonna get is
the only thing you get in the end is pinky text.
Yes.
That's what happens.
You get that, yes.
But you saying big man and stuff, yeah, I don't really think so, because I don't know, he really sounded like a spoiled little kid, you know, that just doesn't get what he wants, and I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people, I guess. I don't know if it has to do with the time we live in, or just people think they're entitled to everything nowadays, you know. They don't actually understand that maybe there's a sort of thing like a work and reward thing, or like being nice, or maybe sometimes, you know, actually I'm guilty of that myself a lot, but maybe not in that same sense. Sometimes like talking less, or I don't know, being atrocious less does actually more for you. Because I know that some admins like their personal space, and if you give them personal space, you don't actually have to shout like, "Admin, give me Siren," you know. If you shout it like that with some admins, you actually achieve actually the opposite. You know, you will not get shit. Actually, Roshan is a admin like that. I think he said to me once, "If you ask me for a car, I will not give it to you. But if you don't ask me, you know, maybe I will give it to you, like when it's destroyed." So last time I was like, "Roshan, I'm not asking you, but give me the car." You still didn't give it to me. What a fag.
I didn't give it to you? Yeah, I don't see exactly.
Yeah, but I wasn't asking. I was demanding.
That's even worse. Admin, right now, give me cheetah. First of all, you're asking for a cheetah. That's a bitch car. Number two. Also, one thing I'll do is, like, if you ask me for a car, I'll give you a different car, if anything, you know. If I'm in the mood,
good, though.
Because Ludi Fizzy's a noob. Ludi Fizzy's a noob, right? And he's like, spawn me cheetah. And I give him a Banshee instead, because, you know, Ludi Fizzy's a noob, and when he blows a car up, he won't get another one himself, even though it's an easy access. So there you go. You get something else that you might not have wanted, but now you're going to blow up easier, and then you're going to end up asking me again in 10 minutes for another car. What a fag.
That's what actually happens to me. I don't know, like, It happens sometimes that admins give you something or whatever, maybe even like a clothing item, and it's
Yes.
made of different clothing items. And I feel so bad because I'm not one of them, the best drivers, not on all maps at least, and not with
Yes.
all cars,
Yes.
And sometimes they'll like put like sirens or whatever thing, flashing lights on my car. And I kid you not, like last time, I don't know which admin did it actually. It took me like 20 seconds probably, or 40 seconds, like pretty much like to the next hill, till I flipped the car and it was gone. And I'm thinking like, oh, this
Oh no.
admin has spent like 3 minutes on this, and I managed to ruin it in a few seconds. So
Wow. What a server destroyer, I tell you.
yeah,
You know.
wasting people's time. I am like cheaters.
Yeah,
Pretty much the
exactly.
same thing.
Shout out to all the cheaters out there. I'm sure there are a few on the server right now. Of course, not in San Fierro, because San Fierro is the cleanest server on
Yeah.
city in the on the server. Obviously, you look down the server list right now. It's nothing but good players, because San Fierro, except for Zets, obviously.
That's
But
the only one.
yeah,
That's such a bullshit. Literally, when you have flying cars flying above the Ghent bridge or whatever, and you're thinking, wait, what is going on?
well, I mean that may be specific to a group of people. Yeah, I mean, and
I think it's also, sorry to interrupt, I think it's also specific to time zone, I don't know, but like I said, lately I had a bit too much time even to play our good old game, and like there literally are certain time zones when there's no one of the admins, and the people they're just bitching how there's no admins, of course, so I'm gonna quickly touch up on this because last week we actually had this discussion on the radio where we discussed people that are like possible next admins, whatever,
yeah.
and don't think we actually approached this in the right way. I mean, at least not from this point of view, that most of the people suggested to become the next admin are from European time zone. So you have
Europe.
so you have like Jayens and Marcus Weed, who's now in France, and you have Snorkel. He's like also kind of falls into that
Europe.
section. Who else? Evangelist. He's
Europe.
Croatian. So yeah, maybe you will promote like 4 or 5 of those admins, but you will not really solve much by doing that. You will
Rough.
solve pretty much problem of one time zone, and the rest will be unattended to as it is now. So my personal suggestion would be to promote Crazy Driver. He's been. He's been kind of vocal in the chat how admins are useless and how they don't do anything, and whatever. I think just he really thinks of himself. He's capable of doing the job, So what can I say? He's been playing a long time. Maybe he would.
I mean, he falls
Sure.
he falls in that Europe time zone. So
Oh
you know,
shit! Yeah, forgot.
Yeah. Ooh,
See,
yeah.
I always
Mhm.
no.
Mhm. Not
Nah,
sure you forgot.
seriously, like for the longest time, I thought the Crazy Driver is actually from Canada. I don't want to offend Canadians, but but I don't know if he always plays at the weird times. Well, actually, no. He actually always plays because one of his the points that he argued on, that why the people who were suggested for admin should not be suggested, is that he is actually the one that has the biggest connect time on, I don't know if on all the cities or whatever, but overall he has the most connect time. And apparently, in his words, I don't know where he has this from, but apparently Crazy Bob will look at the connect time,
No offense to Crazy Driver, but having connecting time, no, doesn't matter because No offense still, but he's like half of his connect time is in CH.
Well, Tanner is probably one sort of player
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that.
connecting time doesn't really matter because they could just do it in CH and AFK and stuff, you know.
So, where was I going with this? Now I forgot.
North
You messed me up.
American prospects
Yes.
for admin.
So here I am now demanding the update, revision, or whatever
South
you want to
America.
call it, on the previous show we had, because I want you to find few American or South American people that would be appropriate for the job. Now, okay, we mentioned Disco, and you're kind of dude, you like him and you don't like him, and then you like him again.
Yes.
Um,
So, I want some names.
But even with the time zone shit, some people play in the morning, some people play in the night. You know, you can't really tell because they play times.
You know, Rashawn, you actually gonna wish for the return of TD Boy back. I mean, he was playing on the old time zones.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a lot to uncover there, but as far as Western Hemisphere admins, I mean, of course, you got your Disco. I guess you can talk about Hellfire.
Right.
But, it's pretty tough because even though I trash Europe, you know what I mean? It really does feel...
What?
I may trash Europe, but I don't, like, off the top of my head, like, I cannot really, beyond a reasonable doubt, think of many Western Hemisphere candidates for admin. I really can't. Most of them are all Europe, and probably that's because... Oh, yeah, XXX, Steve, too, yeah, XXXS, obviously, yeah, those three would be, best for North America, I guess that issue should be brought up a bit more, because I'm an American from America, and I would love more
Really?
American admins. Really? Yes.
I heard from some people in CNR that you're from Africa. Oh my God.
Who's that? Who's that? Cyber memeing or something?
Yeah. I really don't want you to give him another donkey, but...
Well, that's a different issue for a different situation. But yeah.
See, I was thinking maybe there's gonna be more migration going on, CNR migration. Like, we know this certain girl like moved from Europe to North America, for a bit of a different reason than becoming an admin, but it happened. So maybe now we will have certain European people who gonna realize, wait, there's too much competition, like among the European so-to-be-called soon-to-be admins, Maybe we should move to NA, and then we'll fall into the group of possible NA admins, So,
Well,
I don't know about you guys, the suggested admins, but I have my ticket booked to John's apartment directly.
there you go. You can go live in Seattle, be in the same state as DSP. You know what I mean? And then definitely be a shoe-in for being admin. But I guess the issue with the admins, location, I guess, hasn't really been a big one.
And John can also hand me some tips on admining.
Yeah, I'm sure he remembers. He remembers everything about being an admin, besides spawning a cheetah and driving around the city. But yeah, he definitely give you some tips. And at that point, since you will have already known everything, might as well make you admin too. I mean, it's happened before, right? So, it wouldn't be the other way.
Well, listen. There's a lot of girls in CNR, and most of them are European, actually. So, as far as I know, you are single and you still have an empty spot there in your house. So, all the French ladies that want to be admins, just raise your hand and Roshan will sort it out.
I know what you're talking about. Like, you just made a whole bunch of setup right there. What you're talking about? Just ignore her. Ignore that last sentence she just said because it was complete fagerie and wrong. Guess what? Wrong. And I don't have any sound
Yeah.
bites here, so I can't do the Trump wrong. Now,
You know what was the cutest thing actually from you that I heard this past week?
What?
That you would give up this certain girl called Angelina to the French buddy called now French buddy called Marcus Weed, you know? So is this kind of like the admin initiation thing, you know, when you're soon to become an admin, the other admins pass you around their girlfriends like for you know, sharing is caring, you're part of the family, yeah.
Well, I mean, sharing, I mean, that's pretty disrespectful to women, isn't it? You know, I didn't say anything about sharing. I just said, you know, to pass off to, you know, Marcus Weed, you know, you feel me? So, if he just so happens to want to take up that deal, well, you know, it's pretty good. It's good. You know, I congratulations to Marcus Weed on that one, you know, so... If that actually happens, because, you know, what's her name is not playing, so I'm not sure if that would ever materialize, you know what I mean? So, who knows?
But honestly, like, he would strike lucky twice. Imagine, like, getting an admin and a free girlfriend in packet. Damn.
Yeah, where was that when I became admin, you know?
Yeah. No, I think your girlfriend at the time was considered to be Ricard, so... Sorry, bro.
What a faggot.
Each time I join, Rashawn has to say faggot. By the way, hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show, Cyber.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you come in because we're offering girlfriends?
Yeah. I'm buying a GF. Give me.
Buying GF Gibbon, yes.
Don't
Anyway,
talk about girl. Yeah.
speaking of memes, so there's this snitz that people have been saying, you know, there are a lot of bots going on in this scene on Discord, you feel me? And every time someone activates the bot, okay, because obviously, as I said 10 minutes ago, the player count has gone to oblivion, okay? Whenever people activate the bot to tell them how many players are on each server, what they do is they tell us who's on server 2, okay? Here's the thing, now, there may be, you know, 45 or, you know, 60 or 70 people on server 1, and obviously server 2 is going to have less people because it's server 2. But the latest meme is to do that command, look at server 2, see it has 15 players, and then say 15 with some kind of fucking emote. Now listen, okay, I don't really get it. Now listen, I know, again, it's 2018. Okay, the server is not going to go back to what it was. All right, the you know, SAMP is what, 13 years old now. It's older than 12 years old. It's older than some of the players playing this server. But it's basically useless to point out that there are 20 players on server 2. Useless.
See, I don't even know what they thought people in Sam, but you have this guy like Chris Edge, you know, he's playing cop with Messed Up Smiley and he's using code to shoot the tires. Like, seriously? Seriously? And the guy like robbed the bank because he wouldn't shoot him down. So
I'll do that.
You're not doing it right now.
I will shoot a warrant with a silent pistol. Like, that's a, to be honest, really nice challenge. Since Lakshu was removed and weapons got balanced. So
Christy, where were you when Sam were giving out the weapon lessons, you know?
Well, you know, Christy Edge won Hitman of the Year back in like 2012, so I mean, who knows how that happened, but
He was like 10 years old at the time.
somewhere close.
He probably paid enough Zam dogs to vote for him.
See, the thing with Christy is that he said he's been playing like from ever since he was 11 or something, you know. Yeah, he's gotten older and stuff, but he hasn't got taller at all.
Yeah, I've known Christy Edge. I've known Christy Edge since he was 13 years old back in mini missions. I'm not sure if he's grown.
Boy, does he still look the same.
Yeah,
He does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does look the same. That guy hasn't aged a bit. Tell ya. He's almost
Hasn't
like
grown a bit.
he's not grown a bit. He's almost like a PH. Like PH people, they don't age whatsoever. You know what I mean? So there you go. GG on that. But you know, what's good
Is
for
he on
Chris Diaz?
server?
I don't know. I don't think so. But what's good for
Is
Chris
he
Diaz
mad
is
at me?
About PH people not aging, have a look at Will Smith.
Will Smith. Will Smith.
Will Smith, PH.
Will
Well.
Smith like exactly when he was 20 years old.
Okay. I was about to do this, man. I was about to go here. But at least you explained it. At least you... I thought you were calling Will Smith.
Prashant,
Yeah,
you need the
sure.
drums. You need the drums.
Yeah,
I was
should need that
waiting
too.
for that one to come in.
Yeah, I thought you called Will Smith PH right there.
See, Sean, you're forgetting about.
PH people, but Will Smith hasn't aged at all, and he's black. You know,
Yes.
that's what I meant.
So, yesterday actually there were, I don't know, like you guys are like shooting on people, you know, of CNR like becoming less and less mature and throwing toys out of their prem, so to speak, and stuff. But yesterday we actually I've been present at least on CNR Discord when there was a bit of scuff going on between the admins themselves who were throwing toys out of their prem. So
Yes.
what's all that about, Rashawn? And like, since there's like shortage of NA admins, right? Don't you think you should just like join the bromance of Assassin and Zentor and forgive Assassin for his sins and make him an admin? Maybe, you know, he's experienced and there's a need for NA admins.
We just keep spamming, you know, the announcement, like the screen text, and just gonna say I'm the best. So, good luck with it.
Yes, or Panda sucks.
Promote Octavia and get spammed with freaking ponies everywhere.
Well, you know, I think that what happened in the CNR Discord proves that there shouldn't be any more North American admins, I guess, you know. But wait, where were you trying to go with that?
I was just saying that you should rekindle a bit and, I don't know, instead of having a scuff and fighting each other, maybe you should unite. Make America great again.
Yeah, I just, you know, I can't do that.
Build friendships, not walls to Mexico, rather.
No, I think it's too far gone for that, bro. Sis, you know, I've got a lot of questions. You know what I mean? For Assassin, you feel me? That's why it was kind of gay that you know, the fight was so late, because I actually had a lot of questions. You feel me? But I don't know.
You would take them both on alone?
Yeah, but you know, here's the thing, you know, I mean, I would think it's quite easy, GG easy, you feel me, but the problem is, like, the preview that you saw in that Discord was that those guys, as I expected, like, the only way that they can talk snit is when there's racial overtones, you know what I mean? So, you know, as...
Yeah, I didn't really understand that comment, you know. Assassin said that, what was it that,
that I was speaking
the it was Eastern European influence has been frying your brain. I don't know, was that aimed at me, I think, no?
Yes, it was. I found that to be pretty ironic, which is why I have questions, you know what I mean? Because that he dabbled in Eastern Europe, I mean, you know, but
you know what he was saying? He was saying that you've been diving too much into East European or something like that. So, like, what's funny is actually that there's been, like, a fucking straight dive from Assassin himself, you know, into East European, this certain person, and it's been pretty bad dive. I mean, the guy broke his neck. Rip in peace.
like Lucas. But yeah, that's why I'm confused. You know what I mean? But the thing about this guy, is that he can say anything, and people will comply. You feel me? I guess that sounds like me too, but he's full of snit. Full of snit. And the bandwagon man, like that guy, like I said, like the only way that he can insult me is if there's racial overtones, you feel me? Which is the reason why he's a snit in the first place. With the fucking, the Ebonics thing and the, what's your favorite brand of chicken or some snits, I mean? I'm like, bro.
Watermelon.
Like, if we're gonna talk snit, you feel me? Let's do it in an intelligent manner. You feel me? Like, we are all adults here. That's what I was trying to do, and if we can do that, then cool. But if we're not, then
What are you
what's the
saying,
point?
Rashawn? Just tell them fuck off and stuff like that. And listen, like, too much Eastern
No.
European influence. You should say suka, блядь, пидорас нахуй.
Well, I mean, I want answers. You know what I mean? I've got questions, and I need answers. So
Well, they
we'll
did
see.
invite you for a chat, so
Well, I know.
it would be actually funny to have them here on chat.
Yeah,
But
that
I
would be
don't know
quite
if
cool.
I don't know if that's healthy though,
That would be
because
dope.
I
Yeah.
don't want to imagine the outcome, or I don't know.
Well, it'll be cool, but it'll be pretty autistic. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah. So that's the thing. But the thing about it is, obviously, you look at that channel, and you see admins and former admins fighting. It's like, oh, that's a great look, isn't it? But at this point, I mean, I don't give a snit, man. We're supposed to show off the facade that all admins get along and all this snit, and I used to try to comply to that, but the honest truth is that it's not true.
You're just doing it wrong, Rashawn. Look, if you have a chance, to be very close to admins, even like to be partners. So don't make enemies, make friends.
I mean, I think we're just way past that. I think there's no conceivable way to make friends, okay? Because those kinds of personalities are just not what I vibe with. You know what I mean? So, sorry, build bridges, not burn them. But I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Now, here's the thing. That I think the bigger thing is that when people on this server start to dislike each other, they start to distance from each other, and I think that's wrong. When you got beef, you gotta fry it. You gotta cook it. You gotta cook the beef. You gotta tenderize the beef. You gotta go head
Add
to
a little
head.
bit of French fries as well.
Add some French fries. Yes, you've gotta put the beef together. You gotta see what kind of snit you can get out of that.
Put some
what I
raw
mean?
sauce on it,
Yeah, put
get
some
me?
sauce on it. Put some
Raw
sauce on it.
sauce.
There's no reason to keep that beef like sitting in the freezer for the entire time. You gotta
Yo,
exercise it.
Rashawn.
Mm.
Whatever you do with the beef, please don't put ranch on garden. Nah, but so what you're trying to say is actually that the differences people have, be it on Discord and private life, whatever, on forums even if they start, they should take to the game and have a beef there, come closer to fight each other. What?
Yeah,
Is
they
that what
should.
you're trying to say?
Yeah, they should duke it out. They should talk about their problems. You feel me? Yeah,
Right,
exactly. Not this fucking passive aggressive bull snits. You know what I mean? And all that. Like, if you got problems, bro, like, let's talk about it. As Machine Gun Kelly said, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Feel me? And I know they were going to. I know they were going to, but it just wasn't the right time.
sorry, interrupting you, but most of people don't take this shit serious because it's just a virtual world, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. And again, if we're gonna duke it out, let's keep it civil. You feel me? And all that. So yeah, I look forward to the day that's gonna
It's
happen.
kind of it's kind of hard to have a meaningful conversation with people, yet alone like differences, that you talk about whatever. Like you said, like there's racial stuff or whatever. The tone in which the differences are said, I think it like even shows higher than just the server itself. Like people that once were admins, they rely on that stuff, or like they come back to that sort of stuff. They don't use constructive criticism or whatever. So how do you actually expect players to be mature and adults or whatever, when admins themselves are kind of guilty of the same thing? They got simplified a bit by CNR, maybe.
There are plenty of immature admins out there, I'll tell you. See, here's the thing, like, you hear the donkey, the days, you feel me? Like, can you cite in one, like, listen, I've made 102 donkey the days, you feel me? Like, can you cite in any of those donkeys, okay, where my primary arguments, now obviously I may have sprinkled some in it, but my primary argument is that someone is, quote, like Indonesian or PH or, Europe, I may sprinkle that, but that's not my primary argument, you feel me? It's the way that you talk snit about people is through adjectives and verbs, not nouns. It's not what you are, it's what you did. Okay? So if we're gonna go into a channel and you're gonna tell me what I am instead of what I did, then I'm not vibing with that snit. You know what I mean? Because anything that you're gonna tell me of what I am is interchangeable to different people who are the same thing. So in effect, what are you saying? Nothing. So yeah, that's the thing. So for example, all the gays are mad that France won the World Cup. Oh, they're black. They're good soccer players. Yeah, they're good soccer players. What are you gonna tell me? If Croatia won the World Cup, oh, they're white. Well, I mean, most of the teams are white. What are you gonna tell me? It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's stupid. Like, it's like get some substance. You feel me? Like, if you want to talk snit about, the Madden 2K thing, sure, there you go. That's something. That's something. We'll talk about that. That's a good one.
The thing is that what you said earlier, that like tell me what I did rather than who I am. I don't know. It's just really CNR thing, I feel like, because I join servers so many times and I get told what I am, even by like some people, like, I don't know, Lucas, for example, or whatever, who have no clue of me. Like, we never even talked one-on-one. How can he even say some things like that just based off probably like the picture he saw of me or something, or my like playful persona that I have here, maybe on radio or whatever, But seriously, dude, like, nothing about me, nothing at all, So how can you say something like that? Even I would not even dare to put a just a name like that on someone or whatever, that I have no facts or whatever to back it up, So rather than just you call me a name, tell me why you think I'm like that, and then we'll discuss about it, like, why do you think I am like that, and if there's actually any substance behind there, behind your reasons.
The guy just only wants attention, that's all. Like, that's his point.
I mean,
I just think it's super funny, because people say stuff that is the thing couldn't be further from the truth, you know. I would laugh at it, or like I would be a little bit worried or concerned if there was a bit truth in it, you know, or if it was a bit somewhat like real, you know. But because it's completely other way, it's just funny, you know. It's not even funny, it's like sad even.
Oh, here's this thing. I don't. I gotta ban somebody. Give me a second. There's a guy named Ace 3425, whatever his fucking name is. He's a DM or something. I ban him. Yeah, boom! Get that ass banned. Get
I
that
don't know,
ass
like
banned.
for example, I will give you a reason. This is not a good reason, good example for, but like it happened today. I don't know, like, when this thing that happened with Typhoid Mary, I said that the guy's like he's like a spoiled child that doesn't get what he wants, you know. And Poopy was instantly like, "I bet you were spoiled when you were little. Yeah, you were probably a brat and stuff like that." Like, where do you get that from? You know, like we were fucking poor. I got like my like the toys that I played with and whatever, I got it from my brother because we didn't have any money. I never got Christmas presents and shit like that, you know. So how like seriously, it couldn't be further from the truth, you know. So that's why it's so funny when people say things about you as they are facts, you know, but they're not.
You wouldn't say nice things if you want to make someone mad. So they come up with anything that they tiny.
Yeah, but I can appreciate like a criticism that's based on something real. I don't know, like when, for example, when Rashawn poked me in Donkey of the Day, you know, I actually wasn't mad at that because there was a lot of truth in that, and I can take it and I can think about it and think about like how I'm as a person. And yeah, it's true. Actually, I do like a lot of times generalize about people or have like stereotypes or whatever. I'll say some bullshit in chat even, you know, and that's true. Like, it's not a stupid comment like you're a fucking thought, you know, like you're a prostitute or whatever, you're a pole dancer or whatever. There's some substance in it that I can think about, and yeah, maybe part of it is true, you know, and still he can poke me with it. It's just, it's a bit next level. Like, it's not the most obvious insult or whatever, you know. So if you want to fucking insult people, don't go like for childish jokes or stupid insults that worked maybe like in the 3rd grade of the primary school, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, gender and racial insults don't really, like, they're not specific to the person that you're talking about. You know what I mean? They're interchangeable to anybody. So when like, let's say a female admin, right, gets someone mad, not on their own volition, I guess, and the guy is like, "Oh, fucking woman admin, you're a bitch." You know, they give him some kind of gender related insult or some snit. It's like, well, if I was a guy, right, you wouldn't say that. You know, that wouldn't be part of your ammo, right? So for me, if I was white, right, then this ebonic snits or, you know, chicken snits wouldn't be an insult. You feel me? So it's like, what are you really saying? You know, that's the thing. I wish senior players could like get in their head and like, you know, give me some good snit. You feel me? And about the attention thing, you know, like I don't buy not talking about somebody to suppress them getting attention. If you want attention, I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? If you want attention, I'll do it. I just want to get a point across, you know, and if that point isn't, you know, gotten across to that person, maybe someone else will get it, you know. So I don't know. That's the thing. And another thing about this the faggot Discord, you feel me, is that now I talk to him about it all the time, and I think I am not justified to do so unless I actually go into the channel. So of course, all Saturday, I was inside the CNR Discord. You know what I mean? So the people in there, they just seem like they are the cream of the crop on the throne and all this snits, and I see some of the snit they say, we go 5, 6, 10 messages in a row where it's a fucking emoji, like we're not speaking a language here, yet we are gonna demean people from Indo and PH and all this. Now listen,
I know
and
where you're going with this.
we're gonna fight on the Discord like a bunch of cats and snits. Like, what the people on the Discord are pretty much Indonesians PH who can speak English. That's the only difference I have that between the two groups of people. I mean, honestly, I don't see a difference.
Sorry. I actually wanted to touch up on this past week, but we kind of had the admin show, whatever, admin predictions, whatever you want to call it. But me personally, I kind of found it funny how there's this certain guy that came in CNR channel that's called Sweet CNR, whatever, and everyone's just giving him so much hate, and I don't even understand why, because the guy is not any worse than all of you people who think you're so much better,
Exactly.
All you do is in there is just throw smileys around, laugh at each other and circle jerk off each other, That's exactly the thing that's happening. And the guy just is unlucky that he's kind of new, and he doesn't fit in. But one day you'll take him in and he'll do exactly the same thing to the new person, I kind of find it weird how CNR is, we say it's such a nice community, but whatever, but seriously, so I don't know, we don't let people new people really easily in or whatever, and I don't understand why people do it, because you were once in those shoes as well. I, for example, remember the first time I came on IRC, everyone was talking there the biggest buddies ever, for years, and whatever you said, whatever I said was it's out of the place there, of course, because people were talking and they knew each other, and whatever you said, it was everyone was staring at it and laughing, and that's the starting step of everyone that joins some new place is gonna be, I don't know, crucified, so to speak, or whatever, I don't understand why people do it to other people, because you probably experienced it once. Why do you have to poke out eyes of the new people when you had it done to yourself, just a bit before? And especially I think it's kind of that sort of approach. Hey, we're a group, we're cool people, and we're pointing at that guy who's not cool, Seriously, why wouldn't you change approach? I don't know. I'm not asking you to take him in as a group, Probably he's better off without you, actually.
That's right.
But there's no point just standing and laughing there, because honestly, you're not funny yourselves, and I don't get the point of it, really.
I wish I had a clapping sound right now, because that is the single best thing that Kesh has ever said on this show.
Yay!
Okay? Because it's completely 100% true, okay? And it's all the clicky snit, you know what I mean? It's a click here, a click there, and if you're not in my click, then you're a bitch, And I hate it, really do, and all this bandwagon snit.
I felt on RC so out of the place back then, and I remember people were, I don't know who were talking, and they were who are you? Who are you? Why do I have to be someone? Are you someone special? What am I supposed to say to the question, who are you? Who are you? I'm no one. I'm just like everyone else here. Why should I be something? Do I have to be something to be here? Yeah. I never understood that point, And for example, I felt so out of the place then, and I'm kind of, I guess, okay with most people nowadays, on RC they would probably know me, or on Discord they would probably know me. Now imagine I would do the same to people that came in there and pointed fingers. Who are you, Oh, faggot, what you doing here, like, oh my god, you're so stupid. 3 seconds later, I'm posting fucking memes, you know? Seriously?
Yeah, I don't get it. But let me take a break here. Let me take a break. Okay, we'll be right back on the whatever
Yeah,
this is.
I need tea as well. Talk
Tea.
too much. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Punkery show on the CNR radio. So again, the TLDR to last segment. Okay. Now listen, I know there are a lot of simple-minded people that are still on this server, but you know, if you're gonna get into the business of talking snit, you know, be creative. You feel me? You know, dig deep. Okay, dig deep. As I was told, I dig deep apparently. You know, and you know, see, listen, the thing with the donkey today, right, is people that usually PM me in like a nice donkey. You know, they're usually people who are, you know, analytical and, you know, use their brain and snit. So, you know, that's great. Now, the people that tell me that Donkey Day is a roast, I don't think you get it, because it's not supposed to be a roast, okay? You gotta watch Charlemagne a bit, but again, TLDR, you know, you gotta install people, you know, just be creative, you know? It gets you away. But I guess you can still be a cocksucker with your insults too, because, you know, people aren't to that level of brain yet, but, you know, oh well.
The problem with more deep insults is that usually people don't get them.
Don't
Like
get 'em, yeah.
you achieve more calling someone gay and faggot, and the whole chat goes like, ha ha ha, he
Yep.
just fucked your mother, whatever, you know. And when you make like a joke, you know, that's a little bit more than that, like oftentimes people won't even react, or like
I understand, yeah.
it'll be like 10-20 seconds later, you know, if that.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I did a Donkey Day. I think it was was it on Borrowed? I don't remember. But he was like, Rashawn, it's getting boring. But obviously, that didn't surprise me because it's Ivan Ichi. So, Ichi, you know, and he's part of that,
There's
that
probably things that
circle jerk.
you say in there that's like you get no reaction for, you know, because you must kind of feel disappointing, you know, though. Like you throw in some things in there, you think it's gonna be noticed or whatever, and it just goes unnoticed because people are too simple to understand it.
Yeah, and even if you don't understand, you know, it still should make you think, I guess, you know, because not all that I say in that should be meant to be understood, I guess, but if you understand, cool, you know, I like that. I like that. But in other news, apparently Restfeel is going to make the RPB. I know there was this meme going around. And I know I say the word meme a lot, as Tevin would say. You know, DSP thinks everything is a meme, but there's a meme going around. Rashawn is doing the RPB. But yeah, I just wasn't that comfortable doing the RPB, you know, because pretty much, I mean, it just seems too simple. I mean, it's get a bunch of pictures, put them in some video, have a good background, and have some kind of instrumental. And it's like, hey, what if I pick the wrong instrumental? And what's the point of me? What's the point of me asking someone what's a good instrumental? Then it wouldn't really be created by me, right? So I wouldn't see the point. So, you know.
I think that's what you have problem with, because in your videos, like, see, the funny thing you said now, what's the point in me putting a few pictures in and the music, you know? Well, your CNR news is kind of the same, man, you know? You put 3 pictures in there and some music, you know, like Rima or whatever, you know? But the thing is that you get to put in your content, you know, you get to comment on things and stuff like that. So I think that's the main issue with you, because if you would just line up pictures and add the music, like, there's too little value to add for you or something, you know. I don't know, like no
Exactly.
comment, no nothing, you know. If there was a slideshow of pictures and you can comment on them, I think you would be more interested.
Exactly. Or
Um,
you know, in the halfway point of the video, just fucking fish up some CNR gather pictures and put them in. Like, it just feels unnatural to me, so I don't really want to do it. Maybe
But
nitpicking.
do you like tradition though? I mean, tradition has been around a long time. I think, well, it's not some super deep video or whatever, but I still like it because you get to kind of look back on years and like the names will come back that you kind of knew of, but you a little bit forgotten them, you know. Some players that probably stopped playing and you will see them back in a video and you will be like, oh, that's the dude, you know, I used to meet or whatever,
Yeah.
or see in the game. So I think the tradition should definitely stay, but I understand why you're not doing the video. Speaking of which, I don't really understand why Cyber's not doing it, because, you know, it's one of those things, actually, this is funny. You know how I said the crazy driver has
Yes.
been raging and ramping on how admins don't do shit and there's no even RPV this year happening, stuff, blah, 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 you know? So I said, well, why don't you do it, you know? And you know what he said to me?
What?
I don't have time. That's the same dude who says that he has like the biggest, like the hugest whatever connect time, you know, on the server. He said,
Yeah.
I don't have time.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you
I mean, give a fucking horn donkey, whatever she, please.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you just sit in City Hall and sell stuff, right? Wait, he's a street vendor, right? Or arms dealer? I don't get it. I don't remember.
I don't even know. I think
Oh.
he's a cop, but I know that I was in trouble once. Like, I was in, like, the city was Las Venturas, whatever. I was one of those rare cops that chase guy, you know, God knows where, and then I regret it when I'm like, oh man, what the fuck did I do that? Like, if I'd stayed in city, I would already have like 3 warrants by now, you know, just chasing a fucking guy around the whole city. But anyway, like, I went from Las Venturas to Los Santos chasing guy, like, who was doing stunts and whatever. So I see this blue dot appearing, you know, he was going to City Hall, whatever. And I'm like, damn, freaking dude came, you know, to help me. Jesus, you know? And I just remember how, like, at the temple there, you know, at the City Hall, he just like passed me and went like to Mulholland intersection. It's like, bye, see ya, you know, I don't give a shit. There's an orange dot and blue cup like next to me fighting it out, you know, I don't give a shit, I'm just going. So yeah, GG, thanks, crazy driver, you helped me out massively. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what he does in game, but even what he's supposed to do, I think he just doesn't really give a shit, you know. He
Wow,
does
that's
it-
fucking car.
Oh wow. I think it just does it when he can be arsed, you know, because he, like I said, he doesn't have time.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can like exchange a few hours of sitting around City Hall to, you know, make an RPB, because, you know, I honestly, like, the RPB is pretty simple. It's pretty simple, you know, because I've had to edit videos for fucking you know, events and shit for Claudio Rossonero and, you know, Black Eagles and Snit, and it takes quite a while. But the RPB, I mean, the only way you can do an RPB wrong, right, which I guess Small Gekas did, is if you resize the pictures wrong, right?
Pickers.
Pickers, yes, the pickers wrong, or maybe pick the wrong instrumental, or pick the wrong song. Because I don't know what I would use for an RPB. But if the remix of fucking Problems that Cyber used, the whitewashed version, is actually a good one, then I don't know what to do. You know, I don't know what
Wow.
song I would pick. So, you know, somebody would
But-
say, "Oh, that's black. You can't have black music on the RPB." So, yeah, I don't know.
I'll give you advice. The safest option is always Nickelback.
Oh, no.
See, now that I've been like talking this about on show about Crazy Driver, you know, I'm sure it's gonna be like it always is actually after those radio shows, you know. I come in game and people message me like, oh, Cash, I used to think we were cool, I thought we were cool. Listen, people, like, this is show, we talk about stuff, like I said already, about even Rashawn's donkey of the day, If you take it like it's a personal attack on you, you're doing it wrong. You need to listen to it and find things in it that maybe do apply to you and think, man, yeah, maybe that's actually a little bit true, maybe there's a little bit of content in there.
Exactly.
So whoever I talk about on this show, whatever, it doesn't mean I hate you, it doesn't mean like we're not cool, you can do whatever you want to me on the game. You can hate me, whatever, like I did that, so you have a free choice to do whatever. But it's still cool that if there's still people around there that they can listen to it and not think I hate them because I said something.
Besides, we can be all positive,
Yeah, like there was this newspaper, I'm sure people know this story, so there was this newspaper that the guy, whatever, the editor was like, this is gonna be a newspaper, that's gonna only have good news, there's not gonna be any bad news in it. And you know what happened with it? Give me a wild guess. The newspaper didn't last. It went bust. The company went bust. The newspaper went bust because no one likes reading just nice news,
Exactly.
People like to open the front page and see, oh my god, something happened, oh, there was blood, there was girl showing boobs at the fucking, I don't know, premiere movie, whatever,
Exactly.
But I didn't want to go completely off topic, so I'll go back to the RPV. Yeah, I said Crazy Driver said he doesn't have time, because he's busy. I already, like, on the forum section, I suggested you, Rashawn. I know why you don't want to do it. I also suggested Cyber, because he's proven to do the good job, He I kind of liked his editing, whatever. I mean, if you can call it editing. But his answer was the same. The memester himself doesn't have time. Imagine.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna snit talk on how much time it takes to make an RPB. I mean, because I know
True.
how much time. Oh, I probably should. Like, if I was doing it, maybe it wouldn't take that long. Considering, compared to some of the snit I edit for, because I remember I edited A-Rate My Chase for like 2 weeks straight. Okay,
Yep.
and it took a long ass time. You feel me? An RPV wouldn't take that long, I'm sure.
Yeah, but
So the time thing, I don't know. I'm not sure.
it's kind of true, though, what you're saying, that it gets overlooked a bit, It looks simple and stuff like that. But yeah, probably, like, it's actually like that with a lot of things that are work of people or whatever on this server, Like, people love to point fingers and say, this is shit video, why did you do that, pointless, whatever. Well, probably at least they tried, or whatever, some work went into it, So I'm pretty sure it's like that with RPV as well. People think it's super simple to do, they're all smart after how, this was bad, that was bad song, this was bad choice, blah blah blah. But when you have to do something yourself, it's, you actually see more into it and see that it's not so easy. So Restful, I just, hope you're gonna do the job well. You were given the chance, opportunity, also kind of responsibility. So please, when I send you my nudes, don't put them on. Put the face picture.
Well, I guess they can cite back to this show, and it'll be too bad. You'll be kicked out of CNR. You'll be exiled for what you did. So, yeah. One second, I gotta ban 2 people. They're DMing SS Terry right now, and that is unacceptable. You can't DM SS Terry, like, honestly, bro. You just can't do that. I'm sorry. But yeah, there you go. So I'm sure Resfield will do a great job, and he'll finally bring some American spice to the video because Russ feels a pretty interesting guy. Who's the other guy who did? Who's the other American guy who did the RPV before? It's one other guy, right? Who was he? What's his name?
On Renegade.
Don't know.
He's not American.
There was one that was Christmas made. Did you see that one? With the Christmas chick like going around. It was made around Christmas time, and I kind of really like that. I think the theme that was, you don't know, like the third one or whichever one had like a Christmas song, and
Yeah,
I don't
I haven't
know,
seen
you
it
need to
in a
watch
long
them.
time, probably.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
That one was
RPV
cool
and,
because it was different.
Yeah, I've got to watch them all again. I remember I saw one, and I previously didn't know how this person looked like, even though I talked to them a lot. And I saw him, and I'm like, oh shit! So that's how that guy looked like. But I had no idea all this time. EJ.
Isn't that a good feeling though? See, like people always give me crap because I'm always asking a lot of questions on public chat, whatever, you know, people like, oh, we from, you know, like, how old are you? Maybe what's your name, whatever, you know. Thing is, I don't know why people are so scared, you know. Like, for example, if I know someone is 25 years old, his name is Ruben, and he's from, I know, Jamaica, you know. What does that do to me, you know? Like, I will not find you, like, on internet, or I will not come at your door and knock, you know? I just kind of want to have a vague idea of who I might be talking to, you know? Of course, everything you said can be a lie.
You don't want to share it, you know, because they know that it's useless for you to know it.
But it's not though. I like to know like sort of what age are people that I talk to, you know, because I mean a lot of times you can guess it anyway from the talk, but still I kind of like to have a visual image in my head who I'm talking with, you know, and RPV, for example, in that sense is like great because you see like you can actually like among thousands of those names that look the same and kind of you would forget them quickly, you know. You actually get a mental like a visual image in your head, like who is this person, and it instantly becomes something more, you know, to you than just like it stands out of the background, or how to say, if you know kind of what the person looks like compared to everyone else. You don't, of course.
Sure.
I just got a message from Stepo. So Stepo said he is doing RPV as well, but it's for girls only and noodles only. So shout out to Stepo, love you. But I'm not sending you noodles.
How many pictures will he get?
I don't know. There's a lot of girls nowadays on CNR or Sean.
No, I mean, he said nudos only, so how many would he actually get? Like, who's gonna really do that?
Noodles? I don't know. Like for each girl, one, I guess. I don't know.
Cullen just said, tell Steppo I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
you need to be at least tranny to even apply.
Yeah, you gotta get the gender reassignment first, man. The video comes out November 11th, so you gotta do all the things before, a month, so... There it is, so GG.
And also the theme of the Stepos RPV is gonna be Finnish sauna, so make sure you take pictures with your mothers and
Oh
brothers
my
in
God.
sauna.
Oh no, that can't happen. I'm sorry, no family saunas,
Damn.
no family
Are
saunas.
you out, Roshan?
Am I out for that idea? Yes, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Damn.
that. No family saunas. Like you do you stuff, but I can't. I still understand the thing about being in a sauna with your parents and just looking out into the space. After a while you gotta look somewhere, right? You gotta look at your mom, not voluntarily, but you're just gonna do it. So.
I still remember, Roshan, you said one time that all the Finnish people that are on CNR are a bit weird. They have their problems.
Yes.
Maybe that's the reason. Now you have your answer.
Yep, there you go. CNR Finnish players, they've got some kind of caveat to them, but GG. Shout out to all the
Stepo's
Finnish
lovely
players.
though.
Yes,
Yeah, shout out Stepo.
Yeah,
Moi.
shout out to Steppa69. He is the one that primarily drives Kesh around the cities because Kesh is a hippo. Hippo. So, there you go.
Nah, I'm good driver.
And, well, that's gonna do it for the Punkery show. Apparently, tomorrow we're gonna have Overseer on the show here. I think it'll be a lot of breaking news for people that don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Are you prepared?
I haven't started yet. Hopefully, maybe.
See, Ali said Ali was giving. I just wanna people to know that Ali was giving smack before this show to Rashawn. Like we started late because he had a lot to say on Rashawn how he is lazy and shit. So here you have it. Yeah, Rashawn is fucking lazy. Like tomorrow's interview and he's got nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, listen, we'll get there. Okay? We'll get there. I can, as DSP would say, I can get a lot of information out of my ass. So it'll be pretty easy. Okay, I'm sure. But for that, we'll see you tomorrow. This was the Punkery Show.